Curt Schilling joins us tonight. Curt, thanks a lot for coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me, Tucker. Appreciate it. Just before we start, I got to tell you, I'm a huge fan. Huge fan.
I'm a fan of yours. I'm sorry. I don't embarrass myself, but thank you. Thanks for doing this.
I said that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So how exactly are you helping the victims of these hurricanes?
Well, we were able to get on the ground. One of the things I realized, Tucker, from a timing perspective, is about 48 to 72 hours after something like this hits in the mainland, Red Cross and FEMA are set up with food and water, more food and water than Texas or Florida is going to need. But that first 72 hours, that first 48 to 72 hours, there's a lot of chaos. Puerto Rico is going to be very different. And you said that this is an entire country that has no power. And when you start thinking about drill down to the essentials, there are diabetics whose insulin needs to be refrigerated. There are people on medication that has to be refrigerated. They have no power.
Yes.
Half of this country is probably sleeping out in the open. And they're sleeping in toxic water because it's mixed with sewage and garbage and all the things that do that. So we're gonna hop on a plane here this weekend and head down there with the group. These guys are called the Flip Flop Flotilla, they're all former Special Forces guys, former servicemen, former law enforcement officers who have reached out to be a part of this. And we're excited to get down there and try and make a difference. That's
amazing. So we've got a picture up right next to you of a C-130, I think. Is that the aircraft you're taking down there?
That's a DC-8. That's one of the jets that's going down. The issue right now is cost. It's about $10,000, $10,500 an hour to fly one of these planes.
Yeah.
So we're working to get donations as well to cover the cost for the pilots and the mechanics.
Interesting. So a lot of these charities, I know this was a big issue after Haiti, people send a ton of money in, you don't really know where it goes. You're saying that 100 cents on the dollar is going to aid.
So what I did, and this is very simple. I look at this as a very conservative thing. I have a PayPal account. We took in about $119,000 for Texas and Florida, and we gave out right around close to $140,000. If people are questioning or morally or ethically have an issue with donating to my PayPal account, don't write a check. I don't want to. I'm not going to deal with it. I don't want to give it to Red Cross or FEMA or whoever you feel like giving it to. Don't give it to me.
Interesting. Wow. So when are you leaving? On this weekend?
We're leaving when they let us leave. There's massive destruction. One of the things that you have to do in this scenario is be fully prepared to be self-sustaining. You don't want to go there and draw on any resources, and you don't want to be in the way, and you don't want to become a rescuer yourself. So we're going to stage out of a couple different places that we know of, and we'll do so as soon as we can get clearance from air traffic control.
We've got details on all of this on our Facebook page. I can't let you leave without asking a political question because it's burning me up.
You used
to work at ESPN. There's been a lot of drama there over recently about the internal politics of that company. What do you make of it all? There's Jamil Hill.
Let me just say, my friends aside, I still have some friends that work there who I love dearly. Yep. This is no surprise. This is a group like everybody. Listen, one thing we know, Tucker, and we've come to know, the left is about your race, your sex, your sexual preference, your identity, who you worship, who you don't worship, who you want to sleep with, whether you're in transit. They're all about identity politics. Every decision they make, every chaos, every event they create is around one of those factors, if not more. The right, we're about legal and illegal. Is it lawful? Are you a law-abiding citizen? I don't care what color you are. If you're a law-abiding citizen, I'm okay with that. If you're not, I'm not.
Interesting. So you're not surprised at all by what you've seen come out of ESPN.
We were like one of those secret like Hogwarts clubs in ESPN when behind the scenes that people would walk up to me and look in my ear and say, "Hey, listen, I'm with you on your politics." Like you were afraid to be found out, and But the only issue that I get, listen, my First Amendment rights weren't abridged. I got to say what I wanted to say, but I work for somebody else and they get to make the rules. They're an openly intolerant, liberal, progressive, bigoted group of people who my biggest beef with it is that they refuse to admit it. I don't care that they are.
That's exactly right. BS MSNBC, just be honest about it. I agree completely. Curt Schilling, thank you for that. It was great to see you tonight.
Thank you, Tucker.
And thanks for what you're doing for Puerto Rico.